Welcome, and we're going to be watching I Built a Theme Park of Perpetual Agony in Planet Coaster 2. Bye, let's game it out.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're checking out Planet Coaster 2 today. Thank you, developers, for a key. I'm sorry in advance. And here...
Of course they gave it to him for free. Like, come on, I'm surprised they didn't, like, give him, like, a whole entire goodie bag.
we are. The beginnings of our new theme park are upon us. And look at this, people are already here. I mean, I don't know why.
Yay!
There's no park here yet, idiots. But if you want to demonstrate disappointment to your kids early and often, then this is the way to do it. And back over to the buses I guess they came here on. And then right back into the cargo holds. And by that I mean it's obviously still a teleporter. They've just gussied it up so you think it's a bus. Well, it does look like
That is a fancy teleporter, though. It's a lot more fancy than the other teleporter. But the thing is, it's unrealistic, is a bus will not drive away. It'll just sit there forever.
I can move it. Oh, good. Excellent. Wait, am I reading this wrong? Can I just put this way high in the sky? Why, yes, you can. Finally, the ultimate in transportation is here. So, of course, we're gonna raise them all up. Why wouldn't we? What do you guys think down there? Oh, yeah, I recognize that. That's the universal dance of you're doing a great job. Okay, so what I'm getting from that is people cannot reach these. That's okay. I'm sure we can make this better for them. Let's see. One of these buttons should do it, right? For example, maybe we can just pull this up to us. Ah, yes, that's the magic. And by that, I mean it seems to be raising the terrain everywhere except where I want it to.
No.
Well, it's kind of unrelated, but I'm not gonna miss the chance to turn this into a weird little compound. It does appear that once things are off the ground, it can extend into this space. I bet we can use this to our advantage. Hold on, buses, here we come. Okay. I mean, it's kind of connected. It's not what I would call safe. Don't worry, I'm sure we can figure this out. We just have to finesse everything a little bit and worry about all their crying. Yep, looking great.
The chaos is already next level. We're 2 seconds into the video, and we've already built, like, a mountain.
And now all we need to do is connect these together. Can't forget you in the back. Okay, now here's the thing. Nobody's gonna appear out of these things until there's an entrance right here. Because without that, the game doesn't know this is a valid entrance, and thus these hellish portals don't know where to drop people off. Easy enough, here's an entryway. Yes, there we go, the people are already arriving. I mean, there's still nothing here. Right now, it's like one of those scenic overlooks, where you go and take a look and you're like, wow. And then everybody turns around and leaves, not even on the same bus they arrived. Anyway, we actually have a secondary thing we need to worry about. See this little star thing down here? That is our park rating, which gets broken down into 4 categories. How good are your attractions? How good is your scenery? How unique are your attractions? And I'm hoping we don't need park reputation, because that appears to be determined by how happy your guests are, and goodness knows I never...
Okay, this game, it looks really good. You can have the 5 stars on everything. We can make, like, the best amusement park. I wish it wasn't so damn expensive.
Never take that into account. Anyway, we need that number nice and high. A higher park rating will increase the number of guests coming to your park. And we're gonna need more willing participants for the stuff we want to do. So instead, actually, I think we're gonna forget all about these people down here. And we'll focus more on this one up
We'll just neglect the abandoned human beings in the trenches.
here, and we'll give them a nice way right into the park. And by that I mean a really nice big ramp. Too steep, you say? You know, you're right. What was I thinking? Why make a ramp when we could make them take some kind of transport to the ground? Wait, I'm thinking too big. Look at this thing that looks like it holds french fries. Looks slow and frustrating. Let's use it. Okay, and now just for funsies,
Wait, that's so cute.
let's test this out and see what the speed is like.
Oh, it's so slow. And so dangerous.
Oh, my spine. But I think this ride has fallen into something even more exciting. And that's sweet deals from this video's sponsor, Display.
Oh no, guys. Oh no.
Well, that seems like that'll be fine. I mean, it's not gonna just go off the edge like this. I actually just wanted to check its speed, and it appears aggravatingly slow, so it's a winner in my book. And now we just need to build it out, and let's see, maybe have it turn a bunch, and back down, making sure to do a little flyby. Okay, and now that it's made its way down here, let's add another station for dropping people off. Wait, why can't I build another station? Oh, whoops, I'm a dummy. I thought this thing was transport. It turns out this...
Oh no, it was a ghost train. It was a coaster. Aw, wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah.
This one is just a regular ride, which means it goes in a loop and that's it. Well, I'm not gonna delete this now. We need all the rides we...
He's like, that's gonna stay here now. I'm Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed Cammy had a very shiny nose. Can't you tell?
We can get, and I'm sure this is really gonna pique people's interest, or at the
That's
very
pretty
least,
cool.
hopefully it boosts our score, and maybe someone will die. At the very least, we're showing these people down here all the fun they could be having, but aren't. First off, I have a feeling this is working. I mean, sorta. We're at 0.7 stars now, and so much interest. We have this, which is the entrance to the ride, and also doubles as a queue for the long line I'm hoping it'll have. But don't you worry, I'm sure the wait is gonna be worth it. Now, don't crowd, 2 at a time, and only 1 ride goes at a time. You two must be so excited for your journey. Your journey that goes half a mile an hour and slowly but surely swings by, where you get to see all these.
It's so slow, but you can get to see tortured people. Would you ride this ride, chat?
People that are still trapped, and then you get to head back up where you get a nice view of all the people queuing up. This is what it feels like to have hundreds of people's eyeballs on you, loathing you for existing as you take forever to get through this ride. Anyway, as mentioned, this isn't a transport ride.
Maybe it's the right speed. Maybe it's the perfect speed.
Which means that it has to end at the same place that it starts. Which means that after this couple has this amazing experience, which in real time takes about 8 minutes, eventually they arrive back at the beginning, where they're able to get out and head towards the exit, where they're forced down a different stairway. Oh, glorious day! More walking! And then as they keep wandering around, looking all tired, you wander past all these people desperate to get in, and unable to because of this tiny little piece of grass. But don't let that get you down, because whether you know it or not, this is the entrance to our theme park. The only way into the park. Why is this guy walking back? Why do you want to talk to her? Aren't you with that other person? Oh, are you guys actually together and you had to ride separately?
Oh my
that's
God.
awkward. Well, whatever. There's only 2 people allowed at
Oh my God, that's so awkward.
a time. Anyway, it's time for the real fun to begin. Time for some rides. Just to get our bearings, we're gonna start with a pre-made.
Rides! Are we going to Six Flags? Basically, you're making Six Flags. Well, we're not. Josh is making Six Flags. And we're watching him make Six Flags. And I've thought about playing this game myself because it looks pretty fun.
Roller coaster. Like, how about the High G Racer? Looks like it'll easily fit as a first attraction. See, look, there it is.
That looks pretty cool, actually.
Amazing. I realize it feels a little bit basic. What with it being all normal and operational and stuff, and designed in such a way where people won't die when they ride it, which don't worry, we can give it a personal touch. And by that I mean scenery. Because something I notice now is if you click on the ride, there's this button here that says attach scenery, which I'm not really sure what this is gonna look.
Chat, what, chat! I look so goofy. I'm Rudolph the derpy reindeer. I have a very shiny nose. Don't take pictures. I'm embarrassed. My nose is all the way up there. I don't like it. It's embarrassing. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, chat. Oh no, when I lean. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, it's so much better.
Look like, but I guess it means we can take any of these building parts, grab something pretty that we like. Oh, look at that. We can just attach these right to the car. Oh, look how good.
Wait, that's so cute. You can make some really cute little rides. You can have like a certain aesthetic for the whole thing.
Good that looks. And they even light up in the dark. And look, it even stays attached to the roller coaster. What a visual splendor. Well, that sure is swell. Surely we can't attach like any item, right? Like, can we just attach one of these trees? I mean, this thing is huge. There's no way we can just place this right here, right? Oh, I see. Well, it sure looks like that worked.
It's almost like they wanted people to be chaotic.
But the real test is gonna be if it'll move like this. Well, there it goes. Now we're talking. This is the kind of roller coaster I can get behind. You know how it is, right? You just hop on board your favorite roller coaster. Your entire.
You can make a forest ride. Just a bunch of trees on the coaster. That's the call of my people, my yawns.
Entire view partially blocked by a random tree. Okay, this is too good. I mean, if we can add that one tree, surely we can add more, right? You know, like a lot more? Going every which direction I can imagine. Yeah, sort of like that. But
I told you, the forest ball. Is that fur? I think it might be.
The real test is going to be what happens when it starts up. Oh my god, there it goes. That is terrifying looking. And my god, do I love it. This could be you right now. Stuck in here somewhere. I mean, if it weren't for the part you actually can't see anything. But who needs to see, really? I mean, while we're at it, now I need to know. Can I attach trees to the trees and this will all still count as part of the ride? And if so, is there a limit to this? Well, you know what I can tell you. I don't know if there's a limit, but you sure can add a lot of trees to one thing. I believe all said and done, there's about 1,000 trees in there. But that doesn't really matter. What matters is how it looks when it gets going. Oh yeah, there it goes. Taking those turns like a champ. Well, this is just great. Casting its huge shadow while it basically breakdances over the terrain. You can definitely understand now why people are rushing to get into the park. The anticipation for these two must be killing them. Don't worry, you two, you'll be there soon. Or maybe it'll reach out and attack you. You don't know. And soon this will be
Oh my god, the forest is alive and it's coming for you.
You enjoying the entirety of a national park all shoved into one roller coaster. Oh, and don't look now. I can take this entire mass and duplicate it. Oh yeah, no, this is the magic. And we can just keep adding and
The move went as well as it can be. I spent all last night making sure my setup was set up so we could stream this morning. My whole entire rest of my room is a mess. Everything's in bags or boxes. And I don't know where anything is. But at least my setup is set up.
And adding. And if we're feeling real spicy, we can highlight all that we've done so far and just duplicate the whole thing again. And so
Somehow I love this because it's like he's creating more space for wildlife. Just imagine a ride that's just like a big forest and there's like bears and birds and it's just nature inside it. It would be amazing.
so on and so forth. Oh yeah, the game really likes this. What do you mean it crashed? What was wrong with that? That's okay, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just try again even if the game tries to fight you. And don't let your frame rates tell you who you are. And the good news is, it really is part of the roller coaster. Oh my god, it's alive. Well, now we know what it looks like when 86,950 trees are all attached to a roller coaster. Are you guys sure you want to come in here? I mean, there is basically a giant tree god about to eat you. Never mind, the game crashed again. Okay, so be it. Let's split the difference. And instead, we'll just make something a little more tasteful and not frame rate destroying. Oh, yeah, there we go. The old classic, letting you know to run. Sometimes it's just a really sick coaster. And sometimes it's just telling you not to walk, but run to all.
This is better. This is better.
This fun. And if this isn't really to your liking, don't you worry. We have other rides we're gonna put right here. Like, let's see what a flat ride is. Ooh. Oh, I get it. It's one of these ones. You know, where people go ahead and get on.
I like this. I like this. We have a really tall one locally that's like super high up and you go all the way up, and then they spin you around. It's very cute and very scary, but you get the good view of everything.
On these swings, and then they go really high in the air. Don't worry though, we're gonna appropriately gussy it up.
Oh my god, yes, the squirrels in the trees, the birds in the trees, they are enjoying themselves too.
First of all, let's get these feel-good logos out of the way. And instead, let's replace it with this. I think this is supposed to indicate like a place where you can dry yourself. So let's add a couple of things to really sell this. Yeah, sure, that'll do. That's the smallest I can make the frown, so here it is. Actually, wait, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. That's really setting the scene. And now that that sign is squared away, we can't forget about this guy. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. A little detail goes
I love that you can decorate like this. This is actually really cool.
a long way. In fact, why not make more of these things and have them entertain all those people that are waiting? You're welcome, weirdos. In fact, why stick with just the one? We can just create a whole bunch of them. And more than that, with the glorious scale option, we can scale them up and down. Yes, there we go. You know, for some reason, I thought it would look like a nice happy family, but it really looks like this big guy invited all of these guys to get ready to eat all these people. Doesn't mean we're not gonna add more of them, though. It feels like they would be the perfect greeters for outside these buses. Oh my god, why does that one have a lead pipe? Well, I guess you better enjoy our theme.
Why does that one have a lead pipe?
park or else. Anyway, don't worry, this is the guest experience now. When you enter the park, you get to walk past all of these guys holding lead pipes. Everyone putting on a smiley face because they're terrified otherwise. Anyway, I don't want to get too out of control here. We're actually going to keep this ride otherwise fairly basic. I mean, for now. I have a couple of tricks up our sleeve, but I want people to be riding first. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is what the ride is supposed to look like. It rises up like this, and then the swings start to separate, and then everybody spins around and around, having a grand old time, or whatever you want to call this barf-inducing experience. And that's it.
It's not actually that barf-inducing. This one's actually really relaxing.
Mission accomplished. And now it's time for the live test. Just hop aboard, pick any seat you want. Also, sandals like that on this ride, are you nuts?
God.
And here's the thing, unbeknownst to these people, I've added a little something.
I've been on rides like this, and I've seen so many people go with try to go on with flip-flops and get turned away, and they're like, why am I getting turned away? It's like, flip-flops are not appropriate. Imagine wearing flip-flops, getting on this ride, the flip-flop goes flying and it hits somebody in the face and they lose an eye.
To the seats. If I activate it right now, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yep, there we go. I may have added a little bit of fire to their seats. But hey, a good time is a good time. What are you gonna do? Let a little full body smoldering ruin your date day? I think not. And then the ride brings you back down.
How did he add fire to the seats?
Or what's left of you. And then as the ash slowly clears from your corpse, time to invite some new people in. Who knew so many people would want to go to a theme
At least you'll stay warm in the winter.
park just to be on fire? Well, that's 2 glorious rides we have. Let's see how we're doing on Prestige. Ooh, 1.1 and over 1,000 people. Okay,
Let's
hang on. I wonder
go.
if we can make this number bigger by just plopping down a bunch of stuff I don't care about. Like here, let's just add one of these things. I mean, obviously it doesn't want me to put it on top of this ride. But what if I raise it up in the air like that?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, cool.
Exploit,
And you know
exploit.
the structure is sound because of the one leg holding it up. Maybe the ride is helping. Nope, the ride is not. And if you time it just right, they kind of collide with each other. And then the ride is one of them flying things that goes around and around. The important part is that everyone seems like they're having a lot of fun. But the good news is we have ways we can make it even more exciting for them. Just wait right here while I deploy the extra fun. Yes, that's much better. Where we're
Lasers, blinding lasers, guys. Blinding lasers. A ride where you get to have blinding lasers. You may or may not be able to keep your corneas.
See, isn't it better to be riding with a bunch of lasers in your face? I don't know, from the outside it sure looks fun, even if you'll never see again. Oh, this is what I get for wearing open-toed shoes at the park. Oh, I'm the idiot. Well, there we go, another quality experience from our park. Thank you for riding. I look forward to ignoring all your lawsuits. And wow, we're up to 1.4, huh? Well, I think we know what we need to do, which is just add more crap around this one. Okay, I added more stuff. A lot more stuff. I don't know what the rides do, and I
This is starting to look like Satisfactory. His big tower.
don't think I even care. What I do care about is our 2.4 rating and even more people coming into the park. I'm sure you'll be real shocked to know too that it's a gigantic mess. Every single ride needs like a queue line, which are these red paths, and each ride has one, and all these other paths that aren't the red ones are the exit paths. It's probably quite the treat though to be
Oh my god. People went in and came out with burns. Yup, UV burns in their eyeballs.
riding one of these other rides. As you watch these people on fire
Oh my
just kind of
God.
move through you. Anyway, whatever. Just think of it as like slop on a streaming service. It's just there to make your service look good and get people in the door. And now it's time to head to the other end of the park and build our next actual ride. Water rides. Look at
There's water rides. Wait, you could make a whole entire water amusement park.
this. If we really wanted it, we could have a nice relaxing pool, have a nice swim, and bask in the insanity that sits before them. But at least over here, it's a much more relaxed change of pace. Although I think we're gonna go ahead and make this a little more interactive with the help of a roller coaster. Mostly I'm curious about something. If the roller coaster goes off the edge and plunges down into that pool, will it disturb all these people just enjoying their time? Well, only one way to know for sure. Good luck! Oh, I didn't realize going for a swim makes you indestructible. Just in case that was a little too quick, here's basically what's happening. This thing flies down, hits the water, and ceases to exist. And no one cares at all. Okay, that was a good first test. Time for another one. Basically, what I want to do this time is take this ride and see if I can aim it under the water. I think it's gonna go great. Okay, good luck. Let's see how this goes. Wow, they're really immune. It's like the
Oh my god, the water protects you. Water is God.
Magic bullet to prevent your death. I try to hit you with a coaster and what happens? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so be it. You really love being in the water? We can work with that. Down here we got this thing called flumes. Or as said in human terms, water.
I want a flume. I want to ride the flume.
Slides. Now I'm assuming what you're supposed to do is put it like right here. And then people are gonna be like, oh my goodness, water slides. This is gonna be so fun. What a nice safe time. But the question I have is, will they still use it if we bring it like higher into the sky like this? Now granted, this probably won't work right out of the gate. We have to test the ride first to make sure it's safe. Otherwise we can't open it. And here's what they're looking for in testing. Oh, yeah, that would have been bad. Looks like our aim is a little off. All right, let's test it again and see how we do. Oh, it just made it. And now the real test is going to be if we can get actual people.
Would you ride this? I honestly haven't been to a water park in a long time either. I wanted to go last summer, but we ended up not having time. So I hope to go this summer.
People to get on this, in spite of having to take 22 flights of stairs to get there. Well, color me shocked. People are actually committing to this. I especially love that they have to scale up this bare metal floor in swim clothes with no shoes on.
Oh
well, whatever.
God.
It's not a me problem. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, they're actually going for it. Are you people insane? Does this seem like a good idea to you? I didn't even force this on you. Do you have a death wish? Look how close to the edge these people are landing. Like they land with such force that 1 second they're not there, and then all of a sudden they are. After they hit the pool at terminal velocity. Oh, no big deal. Just having some fun at the park. And that's a back injury, and
they're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
that's a back injury. Okay, well, that's mildly disturbing that they're okay with this. But you know what I can do is add some terrain. And just like before, the game isn't gonna let me build terrain like right into the pool. Unless I build high enough. And then I can totally build.
But then they're gonna hit their heads, chat.
Build this right on top of the pool. Too bad nobody told you about the changes while you're climbing up here.
Oh no,
I
this
mean,
is
what's
gonna be
the
a
worst that
disaster.
can happen, right? It's not like you're about to fall to your death. Wait, people are still doing it despite knowing they're basically skydiving without a parachute? And then they're down here like, oh, help me. The ground is eating me. I can't swim. I like how this family is like, oh, no big deal. We're out here for a nice day at the park. Okay, well, now I need to know. Let's go ahead and test how insane these people really are. Let's go ahead and take this ride and let's
Why is the ground shaped like that? It's a finger. It's God's finger reaching through and murdering people, as it should be.
go ahead and raise it up by as high as we possibly can. Wow, that really is a long way down. It's far enough down that even this flight of stairs won't connect. From here, I need to add an additional...
He needs to add an additional staircase. Oh, this is too high. This is too high. This is so high. It does look like they're having tantrums when they land.
Queue line. Yeah, okay, there we go. Just more of this modern art you have to climb up.
Oh my god, would you climb this for any ride? Like the best ride in the world?
Now that you've made it up here, it's time to finally get involved. Have a good time, you absolute psychos. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have told you that I made some changes. I may have fooled you into going into a different pool. Just in case that went by a little bit fast, here's our pool. And occasionally I may see fit to remove half of it. You know how it is, you go to take your favorite ride, you launch off into this, and right when you're about to hit the ground, oh no, the pool disappears and you go somewhere else. What an amazing underground.
How did they get out of the underground though? Is this just where he hides the dead bodies?
Surprise. Thank God all these idiots are so easy to trick. By the way, this is the whole pool. If I go ahead and turn on a light source, you can see that there's actually nothing around. It's just us in a cavern with all of these people swimming. People still totally go to this pool, by the way.
Why would you want to escape? Yeah, you're just a dolphin now.
They're not perturbed by this pit of death next to it. And now, no horseplay next to the pit, or you might end up like one of these people. What do you suppose this guy's even doing? Yep, those people sure are falling into the pit. Another job well done. Well, at this point, I don't know how many people are here. Sure feels like a lot, though. And I like what these two are doing. They're trying their best to get away from the masses. And I don't blame them. I mean, look at this.
God.
You want to be in this sea of flailing arms? I can tell you that when we go to the other side of the park, while there are some people, it feels awfully barren compared to what it used to be. I mean, look at this. People aren't even in line to get their retinas destroyed anymore.
What?
Which leads me to believe that I think most people are in there. And honestly, when I look around here, I'm glad I see some happy faces. Because if there's one thing I know, you're never getting out of there. Not after this pool gets filled with water. And don't worry, I don't think anyone's gonna be looking for these people. After all, there hasn't been a theme park here for 100 years. The only thing that's ever been here is this naturally occurring watering hole. I want to thank Displayed again for sponsoring this video. Link you in the description to check them out for yourself for these sweet Black Friday deals. So I hope you had fun. I know I did.
That's where all the dads that left to go get milk went. They went to this pool to be forgotten, to be left behind, to die in oblivion.